The show drew 3,500 fans to Sovereign Bank Arena in Trenton, New Jersey, another figure that has to be considered disappointing. TNA now has a policy that they will no longer paper the pay-per-view main events, feeling it's not good long-term business. That would make sense if they were running cities 6 times a year, because if you give away a ton of tickets in the market, you have a hell of a time selling them in the future. But for cities where they come once or less per year, it probably doesn't matter. At the same time, TNA giving away tickets isn't going to get that many extra people, as a niche product like this would be lucky to get 50% of the freebies to come. And if they aren't showing majestic, full lit up arena shots on TV, it probably doesn't matter if the seats aren't full anywhere but on camera. Let's unpack a lot there. First of all, were you disappointed with 3,500 tickets sold?
No, but and it's now, well, I don't even want to say nowadays. It's always been kind of that. It's a, what do they call that when you, not a shell game, but just look, at the end of the day in Orlando might not have been as sexy, but there were no, we were paying for the studio. The production was hung. You had to pay the truck rental for the day and the talent, but our cost to take pay-per-views out of Orlando, and I understood it, but going full tilt from day one, I was not a fan of. So the money that we made off 3,500 fans, and maybe the buy rate, we were up this month, but in that, 25 to 40 range or whatever it was, it's all kind of numbers. So we were happy with the amount of fans. I do remember kind of going into the show, or even a couple of weeks out, that, all right, we're tracking, we weren't expecting to sell out. We weren't selling out anywhere. And again, such a different era. 2008, Twitter was just born. Social media was really just being born. So you had to depend so much on buying TV and radio advertisement and multiple media days. So it was very expensive to run on the road, to say the least, but we were happy with it. Yes.
So now the second part I want to ask about is your approach and attitude towards papering, because we haven't really talked about this before, but I have heard, hey, if you give away too many tickets and people know, yeah, I could run down and buy tickets, or I could just wait and get a free one as the event gets closer and we approach that date. Maybe you train and condition the audience, hey, don't buy tickets, they'll just give them away. And eventually you sort of burn or quote unquote kill the town. Nobody buys tickets anymore. So I get that's what Meltzer's driving at, that you're not really running this market 6 times a year. You're running it very rarely. So why not paper it? Did your dad have a strong opinion on that? I realize by this point in 08, your dad's not involved, but did he have a rule of thumb for when to do it or when not to do it?
The generations will go back. You didn't do it. I can't even say it's a cardinal rule, but you're creating the value of your product, would be his mindset. As I guess you could say, as things have gone along, and look, the music business, the comedy business, any touring business, you just don't want to do that, because you're immediately putting a value on you're establishing the value of your product by giving it away free. Minor league baseball, when you hear that mindset, we're not fans of it at all, just because you're establishing a value yourselves. Now, other people, third parties and brokers, and they've already bought the ticket and they want to get some money back for it, then you get into a whole nother different discussion. But no, I'm not a big fan of it at all. I think that's the market telling you one way or another. As time has moved on, and the difficulty it is, on the one hand, to really market, because there's so much in the marketplace, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and all that. Yes, you can reach a target audience, but there's also so many other things that they're bombarded with. So I think the old saying, creating a value for your brand or your event by giving away tickets, I think that effect has lessened through the years. We're talking about 2008. I think it was a double-sided. I wasn't a fan of it, just because, you have enough. Don't go on the road if you can't shoot enough. If you can't sell enough to shoot a product, that it looks good on TV. I just think it's that simple. You're making a mistake. And look, if you have the outlier and like, okay, we didn't sell good here, but next one, again, I think it comes with the 6 P's. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance. You got to have a heads up on that. So I'm not a fan of papering, Conrad.